Welcome to level 8, where we will be talking about tashdeed. Tashdeed is another word for a letter with a shaddah on it. Now, what is a shaddah? A letter with shaddah means that there was originally two letters, one with a sukoon and one with another mark. And the letter that has shaddah on it will be read twice, once with a sukoon and then with the mark on it. Now, this seems like a mouthful, but once we take a look at our example, it will become a lot clearer and a lot easier. So essentially what is happening with a shaddah, this marking right here looks like a little W, right? What is happening here is we have our letter before it. What is going to happen is we have a ha with a u. We have a ha with a dhamma. We're going to take this ha with a dhamma. We're going to first connect it, right? We're going to first connect it as we would with a sukoon. We're going to bring it to the ba, and we're going to stop on it, right? The same way you would with a sukoon. We're going to say hub, but then after that, we're going to say the mark that is on it as well. So we're going to first say hub, connect it as we would with sukoon, and then we're going to read the mark on it. So what is going to sound like at the end is hubbi, hubbi. It's not two separate letters. It's going to be said as one. It's not going to be said hubbi, right? We're not making a break in our letter as if we're saying two bas. It's essentially one ba. But the markings there are two markings that are going to be read. Once with a sukoon, right? As we set up here, once with a sukoon, and then with the mark on it. So you're going to bring it to the letter, and then you're going to say the mark on it. Hubbi. Here's another example. In, so we have alif with a kasra, it's going to be brought to the noon, stopped on it, in, and then we're going to say the fatha that's on it, na, inna. Okay, so here are some examples. I'm going to mix it up with sukoon so we don't forget sukoon, and we can use this for differentiating the difference between a sukoon and a shaddah so that all our different markings, we're not getting confused with them. We'll keep them in practice. We have ab. Here we have with the sukoon. So what are we going to do? We're going to first bring it to it, and we're going to connect it as we would with sukoon, ab. And then we're going to say the that's on it, the fatha that's on it, ba, abba, dab, sabba, jubbi, right? And we're going to continue. Here's a couple more examples. Hajja, hajja. Here we are going to put it into practice with three letters. Here we have kaf connecting to a dhal, kadh. And then we're going to say the sound that's on it after we connect it, kadh. And then we're going to have the marking, the, kadha. And then we have a ba, kadhaba, kadhaba, kadhaba. And these are some more examples. Here we have some, let's do this one. It has a sukoon with it too. We have za with a u, connecting to a wow with a e, zuwi. Then we have jim with a a, connecting to a ta, jat, zuwi, jat, suyirat. Let's do this last one here. Bashi is connecting to the sheen and then the e sound after that. Bashi. Ra with the u is connecting with the wow. What do we do here? This wow it matches. It is the pairing with the dhamma. So ru is going to be made longer. Ru, bashi, ru, bashiru. Then we have another tashdeed, ha connecting to the noon first, hun, then say the a, hunna, all together, bashiru, hunna, bashiru, hunna, okay? And we will have a worksheet here so you can really put it into practice. I want you guys to figure out what the tashdeed would look like on here. So you're going to put the shaddah, and you're going to be putting the marking that will go and pair with that shaddah. So for example, here we have shar, and then we have ri, sharri. So I would put a tashdeed here, and I would put a kasra, an e sound underneath it, and that would be the equation, and that would solve this one. Do the same thing with these over here, and any words that have shaddah here, so we recognize the shaddah, we're going to color purple, and that is going to be the worksheet. And finally, some more practice, you guys. We need to really practice as we are getting closer to the end of this book and getting closer to the Quran. A lot of practice to make sure we really get our shaddah well understood and really practice it, inshallah. And that will conclude this section.